Good morning, healing fam. Don't mind me looking like a whole little bum. Let me get a little bit more presentable right quick. I just woke up. Well, she didn't just wake up. She just woke up. She started whining because she had to use the bathroom. Tell me why she got in the trash 2 days in a row and my friend whooped her butt with the trash can. It's not funny, but it's funny. And then some girl from my old job that I got fired from yesterday gonna recommend I give my dog a shock collar. I was like, you're tripping. I'm gonna stick with this good old-fashioned ass whooping. Like, the fuck? I'm not gonna shock my fucking dog for getting in some trash. She's a dog. She was talking about something. Well, I only shock him if he bites the kids. If your dog bites the kids, he need to get put down, and that's on period. My dog don't even open her mouth at me. Like, what? What? I'd be damned if she opened my mouth at some kids. We already went through that. And yeah, she got her ass whooped. Like, what? She don't even approach strangers no more. She sit down, look at me for confirmation, look at them like, do they want me to come? And she'll bark. And I tell her no. She'll, what? Tell me to get my dog a shock collar. It's like, well, I only use it on 5 because 16 is inhumane. Shocking anything is inhumane. I'm gonna treat my dog like a child. I'll whoop her. It's fine. Anyway, so today we're gonna take a walk in nature since the little demonian. Wait, how you say this thing? Demonian? Little demonian over here. Just a little bit. She is hyper. She's so hyper. She will not stop moving. I want to go back to sleep. My sister's supposed to be coming at 11 to do my nails. And I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah. So let's talk about why we're taking a walk in nature, right? Nature is grounding. That's why we're taking a walk in nature. It's just a good time to relax your mind and think. And right now it's really good for me to do that. I ain't even gonna lie, because I just got fired last night. Like, and I know that, like, it's okay. You know, let me prop y'all. Suddenly got tired of holding the camera. But yeah, so and I know it's because, so y'all, when I say I only been there for a week and I already see myself there for 4 and 5 years and staying, so I understand why God was like, yeah, no, these aren't your people. But at the same time, it's just like, it kind of sucks because I've never been fired before. And it's like, it's crazy that God is like, yeah, I gotta fire you because this is the only way you're actually going to leave a job, is you have to get fired for something so stupid that you don't even try to fight for your job. Aries. And I got fired for something so stupid, there was no point in fighting for my job. You gotta understand, if either of my managers had ever said, Aries, stop, you're being rude. If either of my managers had ever said, if you take a tip that a table tells you you can keep, Aries. If you take a tip that a table tells you you can keep, you're fired. If they had ever said that, I would have never kept the tip. I would have gave it straight to him. But why would I tell my trainer about a tip that a table told me I could have just for another server to try to make me be server etiquette? Like, despite the fact that they all know that the whole reason that I'm there is because my last job fucked me over. And because now I'm 2 months behind on my car note, 2 months behind on my 2 months behind on my car note, and 2 months behind on my car insurance. And the crazy thing is, it was only $11. And you want to know the reason that I took that $11? The only reason I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep this tip was so that I could afford to get something to eat from there. Only reason was so that I could afford a meal. because I didn't have enough for a meal. I had about $11. Meanwhile, all the servers are conversing with each other about, hey, you want to split a meal with me? Hey, you want to split a meal with me? Hey, you want to split a meal with me? To each other. And I'm telling them, like, hey, I'll do it with you. I'm hungry. And they don't want to do it with me, you know? And me being the great person I am, I let that shit go. You know, y'all got that. Split a meal with each other. It's cool, I only got $5 anyway. I could understand. So yeah, I got fired for taking a tip that was rightfully mine, that nobody told me I would get fired if I took. The only reason I was splitting my tips, or like allowing my tips to go to my service, is because that's server etiquette. That's the only reason. It's server etiquette for your trainer to get half or the whole tip, because you're making trainer pay. I mean, you're making training pay, and your server's still making server pay. And the thing is, it's not like I took every tip that came into me. There were people leaving me $24 tips, $20 tips, $15 tips. Never saw any of that money. 2 tables forcibly left me a tip. One table was so upset because I was such a great server that they left me cash, and then they left my server a credit card tip. And the other table was so upset when I told them, do you want me to tell her to keep the tip, that they walked up to my server and said, give her my tip. Because all them servers are honestly trash. They're all so rude. They're rude to their guests. They don't spend no time with their guests. They don't talk to their guests. They sit on their phones in the back of the house. I'm talking to their guests. I'm complimenting their guests. I got their guests telling me, next time I come back, I want you. You know how many guests told me that their food was trash last time they came, and for some reason this time it's amazing? Bro, my energy stepping into that restaurant alone upped it. Every server was complaining about how slow the weekdays was, but every fucking day I was there, them servers made bank. And it would be hilarious that now that I'm fired, that it goes right back to the way it was, back to them being sad and complaining. And the universe really showed me that it doesn't matter where I go, I'm gonna attract the money. I just gotta pick a place I'm comfortable working at, that I'm not gonna get too comfortable working at. But I'm gonna attract the money. That place hadn't been seeing much business at all. And then all of a sudden, I'm training on server. Mind you, I trained on host. I was training on host and expo before that, which is another reason I got so desperate. All my bills are due next Tuesday. In fact, my car insurance came out an entire week early. It's not due till next Tuesday. It came out yesterday. And it's crazy because the entire time after I kept it, I was thinking to myself, actually, no. After I kept it, I started beating myself up. I told myself I'm a terrible person. I should have gave him half of this. But I don't know. I feel like I started listening to my intuition. I feel like I started listening to spirit afterwards when they were saying, you know, there's nothing wrong with what you just did, you know, and that you're okay. You're being human, and this is fine, and this is okay. You know? I don't think that was ego. I really think my ego started beating up on me, you know? I really think my ego started, and my intuition kicked in and said, "Lo, yo, you need to chill." Cause she didn't even do anything that wrong. Like, nobody told me you're gonna get fired if you keep a tip a table leaves to you. It's not like I'm sitting over here trying to take this man credit card tips. Bro, this man normally only makes $50 on a Monday. He worked with me He worked with my smile. He worked with my presence. He made 106 off rip. I was helping 24s, people that looked like they were just. How about this, right? One table I helped, the server, she said, I don't know, she didn't tell them that I was training yet, but she was very rude about how she dismissed them. And they turned their entire face up. They looked like they had a terrible time. They looked like they was going to have the worst time ever. But by the grace of God, my energy and the food being better than last time saved that motherfucking restaurant. They got a 75 on their health score. It's wild. So that's what I'm gonna be releasing on this walk. I like to walk to release. I like to go outside and I like to talk to myself and I like to cry and I just like to be. And I like to release. Because shit hurts. Like, stuff like that is so easy for you to take and you to assume it's your fault and you're bad, and that's just not the case. And it's crazy because I'm saying my insurance came out a week early and I'm realizing I'm capping. My insurance and my car note is due on the 12th, not the 19th. So I wasted my time there anyway. And you see, that's the kind of stuff that taking a walk and allowing the trees and the air to take all the negativity and to take everything, that's the kind of revelations you come to once you really start trying to process. This is all about processing. Your chakras are about processing. So much heavy stuff happens to us on a daily basis, and we never process it. We never get our thinking wheels on. We never get it out, you know? We just keep telling ourselves that this is life and oh well, and it is what it is and it doesn't matter. But we never truly process it. Yes, all of those things are correct. All of those things are right. It is life. It is what it is. It does not matter. But guess what? When you didn't fully process the entire situation, you force yourself to process it in pieces. And if you're processing in pieces, your brain has to find other like situations in order to process it. Meaning now you're going to see that pain in that person, and in that person, and in that person. You're going to see that hurt in that job, and in that job, and in that job, until you've completely processed it. Until you're completely over it. And processing it in pieces like that takes years. And that's where some of you adult students may be right now. I'm 21 and I chose to start processing my stuff at a young age. So yeah, it's easier for me. It's hella easier for me. Because I'm young. And what do they say? Kids learn faster. I've been learning since I was 13. I've been sitting in some of the same classes with some of the same adults in my magical life since I was 13. And where y'all thought y'all were too good to learn from me and to be like me and to sit down and take notes like me, where y'all felt like y'all were too good because y'all are adults, y'all can do what y'all want. Oh, I want to drink, I want to smoke. I couldn't do none of that. All I could do was absorb. You gotta, and I ain't even gonna lie to you, being 21 changed me too. I got older, I realized I had a head on my shoulders, I realized, damn, I'm really not as stupid as some of these 18-year-olds. Closed, super closed-minded real quick there for a second. I almost didn't work on my root chakra again. I almost thought I was too good to do it. Because I got older. It's really the only reason. It's because I got older. Why do we feel like we're too good to do things because we got older? Too good to play because we're older. Can you not be at attention? It was just a drip. Y'all see my guard dog, y'all? on guard. That's what I wanted. That's why I didn't socialize her with people like that. I was like, nah. I need her to get on that attack wave. Because she do this, I could take her to like a trainer and they could teach her how to attack on command. I would only use that if someone broke into my home though. Or like tried to physically attack me. Like I need her to know how to do that so that if I like go on a walk in a trail at night with her, or not even at night, just in the daytime, shit, if I go on a walk on the trail by myself with her and somebody comes and confronts me, attack. And I'm saying that for somebody who's like trying to snatch me, kidnap me. You know we're living in Biden's America, Obama's America, Trump's America. I'm not trying to get snatched up, y'all. I'm not trying to get snatched up. That's really all I'm saying. Like, I don't want her to attack people for any other reason other than the fact that I am a beautiful 21-year-old girl and I'm not trying to be in the traveling circus, drugged up and figuring out my life, you know? This video is turning out to be 20 minutes, so let's go on and get straight to the exercise. But yeah, make sure you're processing stuff, y'all. Y'all not processing your pain. Y'all are allowing it to fester, and it's making you some angry motherfuckers. Some angry motherfuckers. I was dealing with this one client, and I was being open, honest, and transparent about the little issue I was having in getting his product. And he starts going off, talking about how unprofessional it is, how I need to talk to them, I need to check my supplier, all this other stuff. Wouldn't even let me get out a word. Wouldn't let me get out a single word. And at first I'm like, dang, am I not mad enough? But no, I realized that something happened in his life that he couldn't have processed when it comes to his business. He couldn't have. Because in my mind, I'm like, dang, this is a new supplier. I didn't realize they had a $500 minimum. Let me try a different supplier. I got hella suppliers. That supplier only sell whole beads. That supplier don't got it. That supplier got $100 minimum. And what I'm buying ain't even $100. It ain't even $100, you know. It's like 95. After tax, it'll be like 108. I'm having issues with my bank account. So you know, shit's kind of messed up. You know, I'm like legit struggling. So of course, I'm struggling everywhere or whatnot. Going off, just yelling and yelling and yelling. Won't let me get out a single word. You have to realize that sometimes people are talking to themselves. He was mad. He was mad at himself. He was mad at something he did with one of his suppliers. Had to be. Because why'd you get so angry at my situation? I'm not even angry at it. Wow, right? Yeah. Y'all, she's so excited. What you do? She's so excited. Go. No? You don't want to go? Hold back in my house a little nature preserve. Not really though. It's just trees. I don't know where she's going. But she got me stuffing in poop. Well, it's old poop. There she go. Oop, I don't think y'all want to see that. So this is a little walk in nature. We're about to go around the little neighborhood. My head itch. I'm gonna go wash my hair because this is OD. The itch is like so thick. Yeah, it itch bad. That's why you don't eat chocolate. She got into the trash can and licked the Nutter Butter wrappers clean. And now her poop looks disgusting. Like super nasty. But yeah. She's on high 10 speed. She going. Hey, that's crazy. I like to listen to my favorite music when I process because it makes me always think about something new, you know? I'm gonna walk backwards because the light's this way. It always makes me think about something new. I start listening to Uzi talk about his life, and then I'm like, do I want to be like that? You know, that'd be me. It's so ugly this way, walking backwards. But yeah, so just doing this little walk. Kind of feeling good. I feel like I really processed all my stuff, you know, before taking the walk. But like, I'm gonna still do the challenge because they'd be fun in the end of the day. Like, she needs a walk. I guess it doesn't matter if I'm that way or this way now. But yeah, I will say though, I did come to terms a little bit more with part of the problem I was having about this is that I don't want people to think I'm a bad person. And I did come to terms with the fact that, you know, I can't control how they think of me, but something I can do is, you know, just have a conversation with the head manager, you know, and just explain to him where I was coming from and apologize. And I could keep it pushing. And if after all of that, and if after my explanation and everything, they still feel like I'm a bad person, then that's on them. Like, honestly, that's on them. Because I'm not. I just wanted to be able to eat and be able to put gas in my car and not have $0 to my name again, you know? Like, I wanted to make sure that if I needed anything, I would have a little bit of money, like, and in the end of the day, $10 is not a lot of money. Like, it's not in our day and age. $10 is like one thing. So if they fault me for trying to survive, Aries, damn, bro, you pulling this shit too tight. If they fault me for trying to survive when they're living, that's not for me. And that's the stuff you gotta come to terms with, is that sometimes we're in survival mode. We are. Sometimes we're in survival mode and other people are in living mode. And they're not gonna understand you when you're in two different modes. They can't. They physically can't, because they're focused on living their life, paying their car note, doing everything they gotta do to live. And you're focused on literally just making sure you have a meal to eat, making sure whatever family you brought into your life, making sure that they also have a meal to eat. Like, you're focused on surviving. Meanwhile, my trainer just bragging about how he just took a $3 million check to the bank for somebody. We're not the same. We're not the same. You're bragging about $3 million right now, and you're mad at me for needing $10 to eat. Mind you, my trainer shared his food with everyone. He's been sharing his food with everyone the entire time. And they'll hear me say, oh, I'm hungry too. They don't share. It got to the point, girl, you was about to jump in a spider web. You on 10. She get real upset when she feel like I'm not paying her any attention. Like, so she's trying to take out her energy some other way, but it's really irritating. But yeah, we're just not the same. Like, if you're mad at me for needing, he didn't even ask me why I did it. Like, I feel like that is always something you gotta ask somebody when it comes to something sensitive like this. Like, well, what was going through your head? Why? Because I would have told them straight up. You never told me I could get fired for it, for one. I've never seen a trainee get fired for keeping a tip. So you didn't tell me I could get fired for it, for one. I just know that server etiquette is, since you're getting trainer pay and your trainer is making $2.13 an hour, that you, like 9 times out of 10, a restaurant isn't going to pay a trainer to train you. They're not. So being that your trainer isn't getting paid, you know, it's customary to let them keep the tips because you're getting paid to get trained. Aries, do it again. But it's never been a, oh, you're gonna get fired if you keep a tip. If that was the case, then they should have fired me 2 and 3 days ago because somebody passed me $7 and another person passed me $5 and I kept all of that. Why would I give it to you? I'm broker than you. Aries, don't start. Like, you're bragging about real estate. I don't understand how you doing 35 down this road. Anyways, you're bragging about real estate. Only person I could understand, like, I could understand if it was the girl who got 2 kids and, like, she's struggling too. Okay, she don't got another job. Okay, I can understand those people. Even though most of these people do have other jobs because that place had no business and it was not lucrative. Hey, they would rather be with their negative energy than with my positive energy. And that is not my problem, bro. My nigga is fucking speeding around for no fucking reason. Anyways, that's not my problem. You wanting to be nasty and in your own energy is not my problem. That's something that I'm processing right now, you know? This isn't my issue. In the end of the day, I really didn't do anything wrong. They just want me to feel like I did something wrong, and that's why they fired me. Because, I don't know, people be thinking that you need them, but I don't need you. You need me. 9 times out of 10, all these new people you hired are gonna quit the same way the last ones quit, or they're gonna fail your 150 question test. I had to take a 150 question test before I could start serving. I had to take not even 100, it wasn't even just a 150 question test. I had to take like a 40 question test about Expo before I could even switch over to serving. And then I had to take another 150 question test for serving. So, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, when they told me that their training process was gonna take 2 weeks, I should have said, nah, it's cool. I should have went and looked for something else. Because IHOP, 3 days. I bet you I walk in IHOP and only have to do 3 days worth of training before I'm beasting in that bitch. I bet you I only gotta walk in TGI Fridays and do 3 days of server training specifically before I'm in there, like swimwear, moving around up your butthole, you know? Because you know when you jump in the water, the swimwear go up your crack. Okay, sorry, bad joke. I won't make that joke again. Anyways, so I'm about to be back at the house. So I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.